What's going on, FUD Nation? Happy Thanksgiving. I just want to take a minute before I jump into this episode to say I'm so thankful for the cryptocurrency community. Now it's an interesting time to be looking back. I know a lot of people who are probably watching this channel got into cryptocurrency within the last 12 months. At any rate, it's been a wild ride, and exactly 1 year ago, we saw probably the wildest part of this entire cryptocurrency ride, where we saw a Bitcoin go from between $5,000 and $6,000 in value quickly up to $8,000 in value, and then skyrocket to $20,000 in value. And it was all really centered around this Thanksgiving table exchange, where essentially family members who were in the know were letting people in on this big secret about cryptocurrencies. And I believe that this sort of mixing of Thanksgiving really had quite a bit to do with the insane bull run that we saw towards the end of 2017. But it's an interesting time to look back and reflect. I'm so thankful for the community that we've built here on this channel. I'm thankful to have this platform where I can come and interact with you all and talk about something I love and care about deeply, which is this cryptocurrency movement and all the different insane and crazy opportunities and news events that are transpiring on a daily basis here in the community, in this industry. I think it's an absolutely wild and super fun ride, even when there's some financial losses. I know that most of you are really only here and thankful for the pineapple, which I will now superimpose onto this backdrop here. But anyway, I just wanted to take a second to say cheers to you all. Thank you so much for riding with me and being part of what is a wonderful FUD Nation. And even though there's been a tremendous hiccup in this market, I promise you, there is still so much more on the horizon for FUD Nation. There's so much more that we're about to unveil to you because we've got big plans. So anyway, I hope wherever you are, you're enjoying your day and that you're having a little moment to stop, be a little reflective for all of the wonderful things in your life and the wonderful opportunities that we still have here in this crypto industry, even though the price action has not necessarily agreed with that over the last few months. I still believe there's some amazing things in the future. I know it's controversial, but I'm also thankful for the opportunity here to accumulate some more coins. I mean, yes, I do believe that Bitcoin could come to occupy trillions and trillions of dollars in total market cap, and that obviously the price of a Bitcoin would be incredibly high compared to where it is now. But it's obviously a little bit more realistic to think that it would get back to the highs it was at, or maybe eclipse those eventually, without looking so much further into the future. And you'd be able to see that, oh wow, by buying in the $1,000 to $3,000 range for Bitcoin and then having it go back to 15 or 20. These are the sort of things that don't seem insane or crazy, hypothetical. So to be given a chance to sort of that 5, 10, 20x on your money, that is an incredible opportunity that doesn't come around very often. And as CZ says, this is really a great time for those building products in the cryptocurrency community, because now we get a chance to make sure that the infrastructure, the products are working to a certain level, that when this next phase kicks off, when we get the world back interested in cryptocurrencies again, it'll be ready. There won't be the same clogging on the Bitcoin network. There will be way more ways to buy, spend, use, and take advantage of blockchain. And so that's actually a wonderful thing if you think about it. Quick update, I'll be interviewing the Bloomberg analyst that I mentioned we would be talking to in the next couple days here, hopefully over the weekend. We'll have to see how our schedules align, but I'm very excited to hear sort of what tools and analysis he's bringing to make his judgments on the future of Bitcoin price action. He's actually one of the foremost analysts at Bloomberg, and that's why I think it's a phenomenal opportunity for all of us to learn from someone who's actually very well respected in their field in this type of analysis, whether or not they're saying exactly what we want to hear. We will see what this analyst has to say, so I'm very excited about that. Like I said, I'm also coming and I'm going to give you guys a Stellar Lumen versus XRP video. I've been seeing that's become a more popular topic as of late, but I'm still going to do an installment for you, my beloved FUD Nation, who I am so thankful for on all days, but also especially today. So without further ado, let's cover a little bit of news here, and then I'm going to say goodbye and let you guys have a great day with your families. We have word from Norway that they're actually pulling their electricity subsidies from Bitcoin mining farms, which they had put into place during the sort of bull run when it seemed like it was going to be economically advantageous for governments to sort of assist their people in getting their hands on more cryptocurrencies and more Bitcoin. Yeah, we can see that that well has dried up for now, but I wouldn't be surprised to see more subsidies and things like this come in with smaller countries, more emerging markets, as a way to give their economies a leg up in what many people, once they start seeing cryptocurrencies as another gold rush, which I believe will happen in the next year or so, I think that subsidies and programs like this will reemerge. And we also know that Bakkt has delayed their Bitcoin futures release. This is a bit of late news. This came out a couple days ago. But regardless, what I wanted to say about this is, just like the ETF and just like I forewarned on a couple of videos ago, I'm not very confident that Bakkt products are going to do that much for the market. I mean, right now they're only planning to release a Bitcoin future. I mean, yes, it's physically delivered, but the whole point for me is that we're looking for an ETF where essentially institutions can just buy the coin, buy the asset, buy the commodity, whatever they're going to classify this as. In the end, this is not, to me, the answer. Even though it will put more stress on the actual supply, they're just going to go do some OTC deals. I don't think, in the end, Bakkt is going to be the thing that catalyzes the next bull run. I think we need an ETF or multiple ETFs. We need time for institutions to really get in. We need more, evolution of the economy. And of course, we need Bitcoin to be able to support more transactions at scale. And once we have Bitcoin and a Lightning Network or a layer 2 solution really facilitating transactions on a global scale where we can have millions and millions and millions of people transacting daily all the time, maybe only exclusively through Bitcoin. Now that, to me, all of a sudden is spelling out this peer-to-peer future. And I think that, the scaling aspect for Bitcoin will really be where you see another huge jump in price, because all of a sudden now the utility that really everybody wants it to satisfy of being able to hold your wealth, spend your wealth, use your wealth, access your wealth, I think that's really one of the things that people will really jump at. And that's still not quite the reality we're in. Even though over this next bearish period, the price to use the network will probably be, almost free, because a few Satoshis with an unclogged network with Bitcoin worth way less than it was, it's just going to cost way less to use Bitcoin, which will be really good to me to revitalizing a more sort of commerce level usage for the utility for Bitcoin. We also have word that French tobacco retailers aim to sell Bitcoin starting in January, but we've also heard that, the French central bank is not really a fan of this. To me, it's not necessarily buying Bitcoin that is the big issue. It's how do you use your Bitcoin? And I think that that is still the biggest unanswered question that we're working through. But this is still, nonetheless, an interesting story and a step in the right direction. We'll have to see if it gets through. We also have a big crypto VC saying Ethereum feels like the easiest one to make a bull case for right now. And essentially, all of this comes down to psychology of how people have lost so much money. Nobody's making a case for Ethereum right now. The only people who want to know about it are developers that have to work with it. So from that lens, he sees it as sort of being this thing that no one's paying attention to. And for that reason, there could be a great bull case for it, which I think underscores the fundamentals about markets that nobody really wants to admit, which is that in the end, this is all a game of human psychology. This is not about how much it costs to mine a Bitcoin or how many gigahertz per watt, per byte, per whatever. These are just technical explanations on something that is, in the end, price action is driven by human psychology. People feeling like they're getting a good deal, people feeling like they're getting a bad deal. In the end, this is just a game of how do you feel right now? Because how did we feel 1 year ago today was that Bitcoin's changing the world. The train has left the station. You better run and try to jump and grab on, or else you will miss it completely. And I don't think anybody feels like that anymore. But the question is it still like that? Because if you still believe that, then you should be really, really excited about what's happening right now.
Wow!
We also have Kobe Bryant speaking at Tron's inaugural Nitron Summit. Very exciting. I'm hoping to be there myself. I am actually a lifelong Kobe Bryant fan, having been born and bred in Los Angeles. Obviously now we got King James, so things are changing around here in LA. But I still feel like Kobe Bryant is just this representation of excellence in basketball and just greatness. So excited to hopefully see him at a Tron Summit. Well, anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are. I'm thankful, like I said, for all of the ups and downs of this crypto community, the amount I get to learn, the amount I get to grow and develop with all of you, and of course, the incredible opportunities that I still see are rampant throughout this community, throughout this industry, and I see a very long-term and prosperous vision for this entire very young industry. I hope you guys are enjoying your Thanksgiving. I wish you guys a happy and healthy holiday season, and I thank you guys as always for coming by and checking out the episode, and I hope you liked it. As usual, I'm Elio Trades, you're watching FUD TV, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode.